The gentry were very much involved in piracy in South Wales. Dwn-rhefn had quite a reputation over the centuries as being a place where shipwrecking occurred. People considered it their right to come down on the beach and take away the things. They were using an old law they maintained, something going back into Welsh history, the right of the local lord to claim a ship that was a total wreck. And this was the problem that the 18th century magistracy were trying to sort out. Misled by moving lights fastened to the heads of animals grazing on the heights, many unfortunate ships are supposed to have been lured to destruction on the cruel rocks below Dwn-rhefn. There's a book published in London in 1769, and in there, one story relates how 4 sons die belonging to the Vaughan family. Walter, some say George, Vaughan, took to shipwrecking as a means of raising the family fortunes. Both Walter Vaughan and George Vaughan, mentioned in the 1769 story, existed, both as lords of Dwn-rhefn. The Vaughan family were a landholding tribe across South Wales. They existed as a family of great connection. One story relates how the family are out trying to rescue 2 sons on the rocks, and the third child, a very young child, goes into the kitchen of the castle and falls into a vessel of whey from which he was trying to get a drink and perished at the same time. And on one occasion, so the story goes, Vaughan hurried down one stormy night to pillage a wreck and rob the dead, and found by a ring on a dead man's hand that his long absent son had fallen a victim to his terrible machinations. So now we have a 4th son dying. This is the demise of a house. This is how they explain the Vaughan's disappearance from the scene of Dwn-rhefn. But there's no historical evidence for this. Nobody at Dwn-rhefn died in a vessel of whey. Well, if they did, it's not recorded to my knowledge. The gentry were pretty mild in the way they dealt with piracy. Under pressure, one suspects, from local population. It's a warning told by the elite what will happen to you if you dabble in shipwrecking. Pretty dire consequences for the member of the Vaughan family who loses his 4th and only remaining son and heir. It has that feeling about it that it's being told in the 17th and 18th centuries to try and stop a practice that was endemic to South Wales society.